opposing gloves here, and today we're going to be talking about general speaker awareness. I'm wearing a hat, and let's get into this. So this isn't like a super in-depth thing on how speakers work or where they go in a room or how to fix it. There's lots of blogs on this. This is just for you people who have not had very much experience with critical listening and don't know that you might be doing things that are messing up your listening position, and then you can go and research them. One of the first ones is you got to have a good set of speakers. And so you could Google all day long on great sets of speakers. Just make sure you get a good set or you have a good set, and that you know that they are reputable and are known for producing an even frequency response. And then you can even do tests to see if they do produce an even frequency response and what issues those are. Once you sort that out, you need to be aware of things like where you put them in a room. If they're in a corner, you're going to need to treat that corner so that you don't have early reflection points coming off walls and making it sound like this side is louder than this side. Because if you have that sort of a deal going on, then your stereo image will be off all the time. Another thing is you should have your speakers oriented so that they are equal distance from you, basically forming a triangle, and you sit slightly inside of that triangle. And there are various reasons for this, but you want to have it, and it is worth measuring. You want to have a measurement, because if you have a weird phase difference, you'll get this comb filtering effect coming and hitting you, and you'll whenever you move around, you basically suffer this a little bit no matter what. But you can minimize this greatly, and it will help enhance your stereo image. This is basically the last thing, my last sort of fast piece of advice is, if your speakers are sitting on your table is going to vibrate along with your speakers. So you need to do what is called decoupling your speakers. You can get speaker stands, which are specialized for isolating your speakers so that they do not cause your table to vibrate. If your table vibrates, it will cause unnatural resonances. It may even rattle, and they will also cause some frequencies to be louder and others to be softer. There are lots and lots of homemade solutions for absorbers you can build yourself for really cheap that you can put your speakers on so that when they vibrate, your table does not also vibrate. You want to minimize that as much as possible. That's just my basic concerns. We've talked a little bit about the room and reflection points and that you want to absorb those. So next up, you want to look at your speakers. I'm assuming you've got speakers that are well known again for representing the frequency range with accuracy. And so just where you put them, that way you get an accurate stereo representation. You don't want anything messing up your frequency response that you could avoid simply by just changing where you put the speakers and how you treat your room and what your speakers are sitting on. So if you can fix those basic things, you can get a reasonably well adapted listening space. If you want to, you could also do a pink noise test and test the frequency response to your room. You'll need a measurement mic for this, but there are other sort of methods that you could do it. So you just go do a little bit of research and try and get as good a sounding room as you can for the best budget and bang for your buck as you can. Diffusers are probably the easiest way to go when treating a room. But you could go out and buy some, Rockwell and stuff and easily begin to make a decent sounding room for cheap. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. I know it's sort of a general thing, but I just want you to be aware of this as you're practicing listening and mixing and becoming more familiar with your craft. If you have any questions, let me know again. Subscribe and have a blessed day.